It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lowell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And another year, Commissioner, I'm so glad you're with us, and it's always great to have a conversation with you as the Commissioner of the IHSAA.
Boy, Coach, it's here, and it does seem like a very short time that you and I closed up the Commissioner's Corner for the year, but let's open this thing back up this year, and let's have some fun along the way talking about these kids.
That's absolutely the idea. Everyone realizes that Friday, the 23rd, is the beginning of high school football, week number 1, about 190 games. It just continues to grow and grow. I think on Friday night, the excitement, the pageantry, the involvement of kids and communities and schools just continues to be incredibly popular around our state.
It does, Coach. And, you know, one of the things, I just looked at some statistics today, and across the nation, high school football is still growing. And it's up significantly. And, you know, it just shows that there's still a lot of interest in the game, you know, and that goes everywhere from the student athletes that get to put the jersey on and play the game to the fans. You know, if the fans weren't showing up and supporting the high school team, I don't know that we'd see growth in sport, especially participation numbers of our student athletes. So very exciting news about the health of high school football across the country and especially the state of Indiana.
Yeah, and as we get ready to start, we always look around and everybody's trying to figure out who's good, who's favored, this, that, and the other. It's hard to repeat as champions in our state in any sport. It's especially difficult to do in football because teams continue to get the sport's growing, but teams in our state seem to be getting better and better, more competitive, and I think more balanced throughout all of the classifications.
It does. It goes from, top to bottom. And I know, the people in South Bend or, the region or Lafayette, you can pick a corner in the state and, everybody's working hard to get better. And I think we see that. Coaches are, again, they're just spending all kinds of time developing student athletes, but we do see parity in football. And I think we've seen parity continue to grow in the last couple of years. And that's, again, why the game, we believe, is in pretty good shape. And Coach, anytime in our business we have new people who get to enjoy some success along the way, it really increases interest, and it's just good for the game.
We're talking with Paul Neidig, the Commissioner of the IHSAA. And Paul, in addition to high school football getting started Friday night, and also we've already begun boys tennis, girls golf, soccer, volleyball. Everything's about to get underway or is underway in the fall sports schedule.
We have participation, and it's all started. Again, the dreams are still there. We got, girls golf has been going for actually 2 weeks now. It won't be long, Coach. A couple of shows from now, we'll be talking about the state championship in girls golf. Once we get started, the season goes fast, but the tournament comes quick. And, we'll be doing our pairing show here later on this year and talking about celebrating Thanksgiving and a football state championship in the same weekend. But before then, we have a lot of games to be played and a lot of games to be officiated. And I do want to give a shout out to our officials, Coach, who just do it for the betterment of the game. And it's really the same thing about when they got to play high school sports. They love the game so much that they're willing to go out there, take criticism that's unjust, unfair, and still come back and officiate for these student athletes. I always say we need to thank them and continue to thank them. Understand that they're a human being. They won't be perfect, not capable of being perfect. But parents get to watch because officials choose to officiate, and I'm just thankful for them and the work that they do.
Also thankful for all you and your staff do and all the member institutions do around the state. He's the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Week 1 of high school football. Everyone get out, support your teams, have some fun, and do it the right way. Paul, thanks for your time. I'll look forward to our conversation next week.
Thanks, Coach, and it's always a highlight of my week. We'll do it again here.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lowell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/regionsports, RSN YouTube, regionsports.com, and IHSAATV.com. We come to you tonight from Crown Point High School as Region Sports Network presents the Lowell Red Devils taking on the top-ranked in the region, Crown Point Bulldogs. My name is Quincy Bell. I'll have all the play-by-play for tonight's game, and joining me with the color analysis is Mike Dewan. Good evening to you, Mike. I am so glad that we have football back tonight in the region.
Quincy, it's always a pleasure, my friend. It's just like that. We're right back into it. It's been a long time, but it flew by pretty quickly. And just like that, we got a fantastic game upon us. Two rivals, the oldest rivalry, I guess, in the state of Indiana. I mean, just like that. And we got some two quality teams, one looking to kind of bounce back, and Crown Point, we could only say so much about them.
So for those of you that are unaware, the matchup between Lowell and Crown Point is the old leather helmet rivalry. These two teams have played each other since 1903. This is the 118th meeting between these two teams. They've been going at it for a while.
Yeah, these two teams are well familiar with each other. They know each other quite well, and another chapter to this long rivalry will be added tonight. Again, two teams looking to get on the right foot. Crown Point, again, we'll talk about them a little bit in Lowell as well, but these are two teams. This is a rivalry that it kind of goes in spurts. Crown Point right now, it's kind of their rivalry to lose. They've been playing well as of late. And Lowell, just before that, they were kind of on a streak of their own. So it's a tough rivalry to predict, but nonetheless, we're happy to be back week one, and it's going to be a fun one here tonight.
So Crown Point is coming off of a season in 2023 where they made it all the way to Lucas Oil Stadium and represented Northern Indiana in the 6A state title. They did end up losing to Ben Davis 38-10, but nonetheless, they finished 14-1 last year. It was the first time they had ever made a state final. Lowell, on the other hand, a little bit of a rough year, a down year for them, 4-6. That was actually their first losing season since 1998. But fun fact, the team in 1999 went to a state title.
Yeah, it's again, these are two great programs. Lowell, it was kind of a weird year for them. We haven't seen them kind of have a below average record. They're usually a pretty consistent team, and the story of Northwest Indiana football could rarely be told without mentioning Lowell Red Devils. But right now, the new standard of Northwest Indiana football has become the Crown Point Bulldogs, and you mentioned what they did last year. But they're going to be loaded this year again, as good as they were last year. They lose a couple guys, of course, but they're going to come back stronger than ever, I think.
So you're talking about a team that made it to the state final last year. They have 8 seniors on offense and 7 seniors on defense. Craig Buzia has himself an absolutely loaded squad, but when it comes to rivalry games, especially to start the year when both teams are 0-0 and they have a whole season ahead of them, this seems like a game where you can throw all the paper stats out the window. It's going to come down to who wants more on the field.
Especially the first game of the season. You're kind of getting over those nerves. It's underrated. It's an underrated aspect of the first part of the season. You have to kind of deal with, again, all the emotion riding high. You worked all summer for this game. And then we look at here tonight, obviously a fantastic showing, a lot of green shirts out here, which we'll mention a little bit later, but it's also senior night. So this is a very emotional night for all of these Crown Point seniors. And then once after that, it throws you off your rhythm. You got to get ready and play some ball. And Lowell, they're looking to spoil the party. Crown Point, obviously, it's been nothing but good things so far in these past 3 seasons. Lowell's trying to kind of put a stamp on this rivalry and kind of stop all this fun Crown Point's having.
So most teams have their senior night as their last home game of the year. Crown Point deciding to do it as their first game. It's a little interesting, but we should have a very good game on our hands. I mean, both these teams, a lot of times, at least in Northwest Indiana, the first matchup of a team season are two rivals that aren't in the same conference. Like also going on RSN is Andrean versus Maryville. Those are two teams right across the street from each other in different conferences. They don't like each other. You got also Lake Central and Munster, two teams right next to each other in the same conference, or in different conferences.
Sure.
They don't like each other. And a lot of times those games can become pretty interesting,
Yeah, you mentioned, again, these first kind of 2-3 weeks are these non-conference opponents. You got to kind of match up, and So a lot of these are rivalries like this one. Again, these guys have been, I think, week 1 on each other's schedule since 1997. So as much as these guys have played over the course of a century, it has been, okay, Crown Point Lowell week 1 for nearly 2 decades. These guys are well familiar with each other, but then you have also those non-conference games. You're just looking to get better as a team. You know, some of them are, you're kind of gearing yourself up eventually for the playoffs and the conference season as well, so why not start now? So this is an instance where, again, obviously the longest rivalry in the state of Indiana. 2 teams that just, they will never probably take each other off the schedule. And of course, we got a trophy to play for as well.
So another little footnote to mention, Crown Point has not lost a regular season game since October 15th, 2021. They have won 18 straight regular season games. That is pretty impressive. And the guy that jumps off the page at you, at least for me, is Noah Ehrlich, their quarterback. He was absolutely phenomenal last year. He's committed to Miami of Ohio out of the Mid-American Conference. He set the single-season record for passing touchdowns, also won DAC Offensive MVP, and was an all-state player. What does Lowell even have to do to – because you're not gonna completely stop him. What do they got to do to at least contain him and not let him up for 400 yards?
Yeah, this whole offensive unit it's going to be really fun to watch. And Noah Ehrlich's the straw that stirs the drink here for the Crown Point Bulldogs. He could do it with his legs as well as his arm. I was thinking about it on the drive here. If I were to kind of give a player comparison, I kind of see a little J.J. McCarthy in him. He's very athletic. He can make a play whether inside the pocket or outside the pocket. And Crown Point, they're kind of pushing the envelope in terms of what they could do offensively. It's becoming a college offense, and Lowell, they're going to need all 11 guys in that defensive unit to really try and buckle down and stop not only Ehrlich, Larry Ellison's a fantastic senior running back coming back. He's an all-state guy. He broke, I think, the single-season rushing record in his first true season at running back. They got a couple other guys on there on that offensive side. Jacob Soley, he's kind of that tight end / H-back. He's going to go to Indiana State. Nolan Cicero is also a fantastic O-lineman. He's only a junior. So this Crown Point offense, they're loaded. And Lowell defense, they're going to have their hands full. A couple guys kind of playing up. Again, a younger team last year. They're hoping to kind of gain some quality experience here tonight.
Your Friday night forecast, brought to you by our friends at Electric Economy Heating and Cooling, is as follows. 76 degrees, wind south at 4 miles an hour, humidity at 48% with a dew point of 55 degrees. It is 76, and it feels like 76. It is a perfect, nice August weather for football. We're not quite in the area where it's down to 30 and 20 degrees. That'll be later in the year. But that was your game night forecast, brought to you by our folks at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter.
Some would say this is football weather, but yeah, this is a packed house so far at Crown Point tonight. Obviously senior night, but a lot of this is for a bigger cause. You guys don't see this right now, but a lot of green shirts in the crowd, and no one's playing Valpo. Valpo's there's not a Valpo faithful here. It's green shirts. They're raising awareness for mental illness. They're doing this for a bigger cause, and you see the coaches on both sidelines. You see everybody really everywhere on both sidelines, both bleachers. There's a lot of green here tonight, and we kind of remember what Crown Point did last year in their home opener in Week 2 against Chicago Taft. It was an orange out. That was for cancer, of course, but today is for mental illness. Crown Point, once again, just putting on a big spectacle for ultimately a bigger cause. I mean, this is all just bigger than a game, for sure. We're going to step aside here. We're going to run our first break, but it's good to be back here. We're here at Crown Point. We're just about 10 minutes until kickoff, but we'll be back on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowell Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Tech Checking Plus from Tech Credit Union offers everything you'd expect from a checking account. Plus, you'll earn one of their best dividend rates for maintaining a higher account balance. Currently, 4.85% annual percentage yield. No need to choose between easy access to funds or earning a better dividend. Tech Checking Plus gives you both. Visit techcu.org. Contact any branch or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. We are just about 5.5 minutes from kickoff here in Crown Point, Indiana, between Lowell, the Lowell Red Devils, and the Crown Point Bulldogs. We'll give you the starting lineups for both teams. We're going to start with the...
We got the actually anthem happening right now. We're gonna tune into that before we announce our starting lineups for today.
We thank you to the national anthem performance put on by the Crown Point Marching Band. So now we will give you the starting lineups. We will start with the offense for the away team, the Lowell Red Devils. Their quarterback manning the show will be Brody Kolwinski. Tailback will be Caden Thompson. Aiden Wolgmuth will be the fullback. On the line from left tackle to right tackle will be Mason Brooker, Matt Kawana. Dylan Snide will be the center. Cash Komorowski and Levi Snope make up your offensive line, and your receivers are Cameron Crago, Max Arredondo, and Zach Sharnke. My apologies. The Crown Point defense, on the other hand, goes as follows. They run a 3-5-3 defense. That's 3 linemen, 5 linebackers, and 3 defensive backs. That's clearly something that is set up to counter this Lowell running attack, which is the main reason, it's the main way Lowell likes to get a lot of their yards. They are a very heavy run-first team, and the defense is as follows. On the defensive line will be Cole Emanuelson, Mark Gonzalez, and Josh Miller. Your 2 inside linebackers are Lucas Sizamborski and Logan Rodriguez, along with Trevor Gibbs, and your outside linebackers are Nico Pavlov and Griffin Van Tilchen. And your defensive backs, corners are Andy Parent and Jake Garcia, with Dominic Fantine as the lone safety over the top. I think that I'm pretty sure that, so these are 2 teams that obviously play all the time.
Sure.
Crown Point knows that Lowell likes to run the ball. It's been their MO for years now. So that's probably why they're starting out in this sort of 5 linebacker set, to where any run that even gets through to the second level, you're not going to probably get more than 5 yards.
Yeah, looking at this Lowell team last year, head of course by Keith Kilmer in his 15th year at Lowell, but yeah, they're run heavy. They got a plan, and they're going to stick to it. It's RDP football from what we know. They do a good job at it. They had, again, 3 rushers from the 2023 team with over 75 carries and 370 rushing yards, and they'll all be back today. One of those, of course, the quarterback, Brody Kowinski. He had 507 rushing yards. He made first team All-NCC last year. He's going to be a guy to look out for, not only doing it with his arm, but with his legs, as Lowell is coming out now in the north end zone, walking over there as we see. But yeah, they could run the ball in Crown Point. You have to do whatever they can to stop it. They got the linebackers. Obviously, one of the names to look out for is Lucas Shizamborski in his first game with the Crown Point Bulldogs. He transferred over from the state of Tennessee, going to go to Ball State, also a fantastic wrestler. He's a name to look out for today.
That's just what Crown Point needs, is another state caliber wrestler.
Yeah, right.
On their team.
Could never have too many.
On the flip side, we give you the Crown Point offense and the Lowell defense. We'll start with the Crown Point offense that obviously starts and ends with Noah Ehrlich, their quarterback, and Larry Ellison, the 1-2 punch with the arm and the legs. Their receivers are Oscar Biasi and the aforementioned Lucas Sizamborski, who will be playing receiver as well. Tight end is Trevor Gibbs, and their offensive line from left tackle to right tackle will be Austin Rivera, Tony Brooks, Anthony Atwood will play center. Austin Reading and Nolan Cicero make up a pretty big offensive line. Not a single player under 230 pounds on that line.
They're beefy. They know what it takes. And again, we're going to see a lot of trench warfare. Maybe, we know Lowell's going to probably run the ball a little bit more. Crown Point's not afraid to do so as well. What I'm expecting from Ellison, you mentioned that 1-2 punch. They put Ellison later in the season last year. I remember that Penn regional game. They put him at Wildcat a lot. They might try that again. They always like to have a little bit of fun over there. Put him at Wildcat, move him around, give him the ball. And what easier way to do that than just snap it to him and let him work. So we're excited. We're getting ready. Crown Point's now coming out, as we kind of hear here. Looks like Coach Buzz is leading the charge, getting his boys ready.
The defense for the Lowell Red Devils is as follows. They will be running a 3-4-4 defense with 3 linemen, 4 linebackers, and 4 defensive backs. Your 3 defensive linemen are Dylan Snide, Matt Kawana, and Levi Snope. Outside linebackers are Zach Schnarky and Matt Gangswich. And then your inside linebackers are Aiden Wolgsmuth and Lincoln Schneider. The defensive backs, your two DBs are Ron Vasco and Max Arredondo. And then your 2 safeties, at strong safety is Cameron Crago, and at free safety is Malachi Goodall. This is a Lowell team. They have about half the players as Crown Point. Obviously, it's a smaller school, but Lowell has a lot more guys playing on both sides of the ball. They got a guy at fullback and at linebacker. They have a guy at nose tackle and left guard. They got a guy at corner and receiver. They have a lot more guys that are playing two ways, so that's just something that I guess they're going to have to battle around. But like we said earlier, these teams are meeting for the 114th. They've been meeting for a while. They've been playing since 1903, and you can throw the paper and the records from last season out the window. When in a rivalry game, especially at the high school level, the game's going to be won on the field, not on paper.
We're going to have some fun, but you mentioned kind of the X factor of this game. I'd like to say it kind of comes down to a numbers game. We look at the sideline of Crown Point, who's decked out in the red and white uniforms. They are stretching from the 25 to the 40 of just players lined up across as the captains go out there now. It's a big team, and Lowell, like you mentioned, they're a smaller school. It's going to be a numbers game. Crown Point's going to try and push that tempo and kind of test those. Although those are great players on Lowell who are playing both ways, it's not easy to do. Crown Point's running in 11 guys on, 11 guys off. They have that luxury of putting a guy in who's a backup who's pretty productive, and eventually, it could become just a numbers game for Crown Point and Lowell.
So Lowell has won the toss and has deferred to the second half. So it will be Crown Point who gets the ball first to start week one. We'll be back in a moment on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. Week one about to get underway between the Lowell Red Devils and the Crown Point Bulldogs. This is the battle for the old leather helmet. These teams have been playing since 1903. This kickoff is all kickoffs are brought to you by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in reconditioning and repairing and remanufacturing of heat exchangers, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Crown Point will get the ball first. Lowell won the toss, elected to defer their option to the second half. Dylan Basacci will kick it off to Crown Point. Back to receive will be Jaden Rodriguez.
Quincy, we made it. Finally.
It has been a long time coming for all fans around the region and around the country. But you know what, folks? Football is back, and we're underway from Crown Point, Indiana. It's a line drive kick. It will roll into the end zone for a touchback, and the Bulldogs will start with the ball on the 25-yard line.
Cool, this is a packed house. The student section did a great job at Crown Point. We are all the way back, Quincy Bell. The hairs on my arms have kind of risen. I got a little bit of goose pimple so far, and we're just good to be back. But, yeah, we're excited to see this Crown Point offense go to work.
I'm just like you, Mike. We got fans all the way up bordering the press box. The student section is all the way up to the back. You got to imagine they're going to be making a lot of noise. So Crown Point now onto the field, led by their quarterback, Noah Ehrlich. He will set up shop from the 20-yard line. So that's where their kickoff touchback line is. Ellison is the running back. He is to the near side. Ehrlich in the shotgun. Gets the snap. He looks to his right. Throws it, and it's caught. Getting out of bounds with the catch is Szymborski. His first offensive play as a Bulldog. He gets a 5-yard catch.
Welcome to Crown Point football. Yeah, what they like to do there, again, if you're playing off coverage, that could be kind of an RPO right there. If we could do a little quick hitch route, get some 5 yards. Eventually, now we got, second and short. That's a great first down start for the Crown Point Bulldogs.
So Szymborski got all the way up to the 29. It was a 9-yard catch. 2nd and 1 from the Crown Point 29. Ehrlich in the shotgun. Ellison is to his left. He gets a snap, hands it off to Ellison. He's up the middle. He has the first down. He cuts outside, and he's loose up the middle all the way to the 45-yard line. 16-yard run, the first carry of the season for Ellison, and already Crown Point moving the ball.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. He's one of the top runners in the area for sure. Running back is such a marquee position, especially in Northwest Indiana. But Larry Ellison, he just played. It was his first season at running back last year, and he made the most of it, setting a record at the position, and he's expected to exceed that hopefully this year. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Ehrlich again in the shotgun. It'll be another handoff to Ellison. He has room up in the middle, and he cuts it to the outside, breaks off a tackle. He's at the 45, breaks another one at the 40, and that is where he is spun down by a second Lowell tackler. But already Ellison, 2 carries of 15-plus yards, and Crown Point already has it in Lowell territory. Yeah, it's a quick start. Again, that first play is huge. It sets the tone. We mentioned all those nerves kind of you face in the pregame, especially for week 1. But once you get that first big play for Crown Point, Larry Ellison getting yards or whatever, that quick pass to Szymborski, all those nerves go away, and Crown Point's rolling right now. Ball's at the 39-yard line. Ehrlich sends a man in motion. It's his fullback going to the tight end slot. He gets a snap. He fakes the handoff to Ellison. Now he rolls to his right, throws in the flat, and it's dropped. Wide open catch there. Solely could not hang on to it. He had nobody in the vicinity of him, but could not take it in. That's a little bit of a break for that Lowell defense. Yeah, he's going to want that one back. He might have scored right there. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Got to shake it off rearview mirror, but it is what it is. Good ball. Put it right on the numbers. Just a tough drop there. So he drops what would have been a 20-yard gain. So Ehrlich will now trot back out here on 2nd and 10 from the Lowell 39. Ehrlich gets the snap. He looks to throw. He throws into the flat to Ellis, and he's got it, and he's got room. He's at the 40. Cuts back at the 35. He's loose to the 30. He's at the 25. He cuts back. He's going to the other side. He's loose inside the 10, and he's going to score. 39 yards from Larry Ellison gets Crown Point on the board first. They lead it 6-0. That is a quarterback's best friend right there. A screen pass down to the right side of the field and just let Ellison work. He had nobody out there in the flat, made a couple moves, cut back, and what a start for this Crown Point offense. They strike first in, what is that, a minute 15? That was quick. 10:45 on the clock, and Crown Point already has struck. They lead it 6-0. Out for the extra point will be Oliver Brewer, right-footed kicker. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 the score. We're going to head to a break. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate, to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. That last touchdown by Crown Point could be on your Powering Indiana Peak Performers top plays by Nika IBEW. They are Powering Indiana of Lake County. They are the region's most trusted electricians. Lowell will now get the ball. It'll be Oliver Brewer with the kickoff. Back to receive will be Max Arredondo for Lowell, and this kickoff is going to roll out of bounds. So Lowell will have a little bit of generous field position to start this drive. So they're down quickly, 7-0, Mike. What do they got to do? I mean, your offense has already been put in a little bit of a hole. you got to pound the run. I mean, this is a Lowell team that is built on the run through and through.
Sure. I mean, you're hoping to kind of, again, with Lowell and what they kind of stand for, get a couple good runs and potentially open up the pass game. You know, everybody starts playing in the box after you get a good run or two, and then a pass may open up. But what's one big thing that helps out? Kick going out of bounds. Now they start at the 35-yard line. When all the momentum's on one side, a penalty can kind of shift that the other way.
Brody Kalwinski will set up shop at the 35-yard line. He gets the snap and he hands it off to his tailback, Caden Thompson, and he is swarmed by this Crown Point defensive line immediately for a 2-yard loss. And this is a Crown Point defensive line that does not mess around. Cole Emanuelson, Mark Gonzalez, and Josh Miller, the three guys up front, two seniors and a junior, 6 foot, 6'4", 285, 235, 205. They are some big boys up front, and it'll be hard to run against them. Kalwinski now in a 2nd and 12 spot from their own 33. Gets the snap, is going to be a keeper. Kalwinski rolling outside, he gets to the edge. Gets about 3 yards before he is taken down. That's Jake Garcia coming in, the defensive back on the tackle. So now it's a 3rd and long for Lowell, and the crowd is already starting to get up on their feet.
Yeah, it's all Crown Point so far. One thing about their defense that I love watching, you just see 11 red hats to the ball, and they do not want to allow any sort of yards. We're going to see what this Lowell passing game could do, because 3rd and 9, it's kind of that passing territory. You got to try and get some yards back. Maybe not get the first, but try and cut into it a little bit.
Receivers bunched up near the line. Kalwinski gets the snap. He looks to throw. Now he rolls up the middle, and he's going to take off, but he is tripped up. Getting in there on the stop was Josh Miller, the big defensive end for Crown Point, and it's going to be a quick 3 and out for Lowell.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a QB draw there. Kind of had the drop back there and immediately took off. Crown Point firing in all cylinders. Again, 11 red hats to the ball. And it looks like they're just going for the block here. You see this? They got no...
There is nobody back deep for Crown Point. They are sending everybody after the ball. Punter Dylan Basacci for Lowell is going to have to get this one off in a hurry.
Interesting. I don't really see this often. Usually would like to have a returner back there, but they want to try and make this
snap
tough.
is held, and Basacci does get it off. It's a good punt. It'll land at the 21 and keep rolling. It's going to stop rolling all the way at the 7. So the block strategy for Crown Point does not work out. We are going to head to a break. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day.
Welcome back. Here's a handoff. It's Ellison again from his own 7 all the way to his own 19. That's another 12-yard run. He's already up over 50 yards in this game. Another first down for Crown Point, and Mike, it's been the Larry Ellison show all throughout this first drive and now first play for Crown Point.
Yeah, talk about a great weapon to have, and again, the thing I'm looking forward to next. Yeah, they're gonna run the ball, but when are they gonna take the shot? All the defense are gonna start creeping in the box. They want to stop Ellison. He's gashed this Lowell defense so far. But it sets up a shot for Crown Point.
There's another run to Ellison up the middle. He's going to get swarmed this time. No, he breaks out. Now he's going to keep charging forward. He's still on his feet. He dragged about 4 Lowell defenders for 7 yards on that play. That play looked dead in the water up the middle, but Ellison just keeps the legs moving and pounds it forward for a big carry.
He's truly impressive. He comes out as 170 on the roster in terms of weight, but he plays like he's just all muscle, man. I mean, he plays above his weight. He's a power back, as elusive as he is, as we saw on that touchdown. He can play.
So it'll be 2nd and short now for Crown Point. Ehrlich still in the gun. Motions his receiver in. Now he takes a snap. It's another handoff. No, it's play action. Ehrlich going to bomb one deep down the middle of the field into coverage, and it's incomplete. Lowell with some good defense on the back end. Cameron Crago breaks up the pass out of the strong safety spot. So 2nd and short. They take the shot. So now you got 3rd down and short. I like the shot there on 2nd and short because you know you could pick it up there on 3rd down potentially.
Yeah. No, they had the correction. Wait, they had the 1st down. That was 1st and 10 that last play. But that was 1st and 10. But I still love it regardless. You reset the change. All you've done so far is run the ball, pound the rock, and now you kind of open up the defense. But what we saw there, those kind of week 1 jitters. We had 2 routes kind of in the same spot. Obviously, it could have probably been caught. It was a great defensive play there by Lowell, but they could have really busted this game open if they completed that one.
So it's 2nd and 10. They did get the 1st down on the previous play. Ehrlich gets a snap. He rolls to his right. He's looking. Now he throws sidelines, and it's caught. 1st down, getting through on the crossing route. Lucas Szymborski again for his 2nd catch, and they're once again across midfield.
Good start there for the future Cardinal. A little smash concept there to the right side. Ehrlich again being so athletic, rolling out to his right. Then we had the bottom route, kind of a curl, that slot, little outside post, right behind the defenseman. Too easy.
Ball now at midfield. 2 receivers are to the near side, 1 to the far side. Ehrlich gets the snap. It's a handoff to Ellison up the middle. He powers forward for another strong run of 5 yards. And, I mean, when you have that dynamic of a running back who's getting you at minimum 5 yards a carry, you got to hand it to him on 1st down, I think, almost every time.
Yeah, he's a great piece to have. He's an underrated part, I'd say, of this Crown Point offense. It's the O-line's obviously working very well right now with what we're seeing with the run game, but, yeah, Ellison is he could win an award tonight, and we'll talk about that a little bit later.
He's still in the game. We got 2 receivers to the far side for Crown Point, 1 to the near side. It's Szymborski. Now he's in motion and will come in on the line. Gets the snap. Back to throw is Ehrlich. He's got time. He's got all the time. Now he lobs one deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. Just out of the reach of the tight end, Trevor Gibbs on the go route. And now this is a big 3rd down, 3rd and medium. Lowell, this could be a massive stop for them to get this ball back. And I know it's early, but a 2-score lead could be disastrous. So this is a massive 3rd down.
Especially with how Crown Point's running the ball. But again, another shot play there. 2nd and 4. I like it. Had Gibbs open. Pretty solid throw then from Ehrlich. He's been pretty fantastic so far under center, just over the outstretched arms. And yeah, Lowell, this is a big chance to hopefully kind of get off the field or potentially get to a 4th down.
Crown Point stacks the line. They only have 1 receiver, and it's Szymborski to the far side. Ellison, the running back, gets the handoff, powers up the middle with the blocks, and he's going to get it. 1st down to the 39. He needed 5, and he got 6.
That'll do the trick. That's a 1st down, moving the change there for Crown Point. They keep things rolling.
It's almost like they're daring them to stop the run. They're just pounding. On that play, they put 9 guys on the line.
Yeah, they're going to keep trying, and you're going to have to try and stop it. That was the Four Seasons 1st down. That was brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air cooling specialist. Again, a Four Seasons 1st down there from Crown Point.
1st and 10 now from the Lowell 39. Ehrlich gets a snap. It's another handoff to Ellison. He's to the second level. He cuts back, and he's loose inside the 25. He runs over a man all the way to the 23. Another 1st down, and as much as Larry Ellison has been carrying the rock, give a lot of credit to his O-line. They are giving him, it's almost like the Red Sea is opening up every single time he gets the ball.
No pun intended with these red jerseys of Crown Point, but yeah, this is the best time to be an offensive lineman. When all things are clicking, your running back is getting 5-8 yards a pop. You just want to keep running the ball. You almost find it offensive if they call a pass play. You want to just keep pounding, putting hat on hat, and just outmanning this little team.
2 receivers are in the game for Crown Point, 1 to the far side, 1 to the near side. And looks like we are going to get a timeout from Lowell, and they'll talk things over. We'll be back here in a moment. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Credit Union One, the official banking partner of Notre Dame Athletics, wants to reward you for everyday banking. CU1's high-yield checking offers the opportunity to earn up to 5.25% APY when you make qualifying transactions each month. No monthly fees and no minimum or opening balance required. Plus, you'll be able to bank anytime and anywhere with 24/7 digital and mobile banking. Start making more of your money with Credit Union One. Open an account at cu1.com/high-yield checking.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Now mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Take a class in your attic. That dead spot is gone. Stream ballet in your man cave. Learn to paint on your lawn.
It's glorious.
And now on the road you can take T-Mobile Wi-Fi with you. Hey, stay connected and watch what you'll do.
We welcome you back to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. Crown Point driving with the ball at the 24-yard line. They are on the doorstep of scoring again. Ehrlich motions Ellison out wide. It's an empty set. Ehrlich back to throw. He has time. He delivers over the middle, and it's caught for the touchdown. The tight end, Trevor Gibbs, on the crossing route over the middle. And Crown Point, 2 touchdowns in 2 drives. They lead at 13-0.
Clicking on all cylinders again. That motion to Ellison out gets a guy in the flat, and it opens up kind of the middle of the field. You got an empty set. You got receivers kind of running all over, and eventually Gibbs found the open spot in the zone, middle of the field. Ehrlich again puts it on the money. He doesn't miss that throw often, and Crown Point, as we mentioned, there's not much stopping them right now so far.
9 plays, 94 yards on the drive. They started at their own 6, but they end up on the other side of the field with a touchdown, and Lowell's going to have to come up with a big response on their own offensive end because this game could get out of hand very early. Oliver Brewer on for the extra point. It is good. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
This box is small, like Pet Supplies Plus. This one is large, like a big box store. In each, Stu has carefully hidden a toy. Question is, which dog will find it first? Ta-da! Moose, no! You were so close.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. One of our sponsors for the broadcast is Squeegee's Pizza. For piping hot pizza delivered right to your door, it's got to be Squeegee's Pizza of Griffith. Squeegee's is located at 106 South Broad Street in Griffith. Give them a call at 219-924-6000. Pickup or delivery, it's Squeegee's Pizza on Griffith, the best on the Broad. 14-0. Crown Point leads the Lowell Red Devils, and they need a big response. Kick is away for Lowell's second drive. It'll be fielded at the goal line and taken back. And Crown Point immediately swarms the returner, Cameron Crego, at the 15-yard line. Bit of an interesting decision to bring that one out, but Lowell will now have 85 yards to march. They went 3 and out on 3 run plays in their first drive. Mike, what do they got to do to get some better luck on this second drive?
Yeah, I'd like starting out with the pass here. Try and get something maybe short. I remember Lowell kind of, again, I saw them working in the warm-ups a little bit. They're working on their hitch routes. If Crown Point's kind of playing off coverage, try and get 5 yards. Get this offense kind of rolling. Maybe you start with the pass game. That'll eventually open up the run game, which we already know is pretty much a strong suit of this Lowell offense.
They've stacked the line. They are going to pass the pitch outside to their tailback, Caden Thompson, who cuts back. And now he has some room on the far side. Breaks off a tackle. Tried to get a block from his quarterback, Kalwinski, but ultimately it's only going to be a 2-yard result. They get up to the 20-yard line. They started at the 18.
Thompson, one of those top rushers from that 2023 squad. He had 372 last year, looking to kind of better that. And he came in as a starter. So he may need to make some things happen, try and get this Lowell offense get going and kind of swing the momentum back in their favor.
So they get 3 yards on the first down carry. They're at the 20. They need to get to the 27.
Our man David Cruz producing, doing a great job here. First first football game for both of you guys, Quincy and David. It's I guess I'm the veteran here, and I'm only in my second season. That's crazy to think about.
Kalwinski gets the snap. He'll roll out to his left. He's rolling, still rolling. Flips one short, and it's caught. It'll be about a 5-yard completion, first completion of the season.
Nice play there by the lefty, rolling out to his left. Yeah, obviously trying to get something there. Kind of a broken play. Crown Point doing a good job of bottling up that coverage. But now we got a 3rd and short, and fans are kind of getting ready to get back on their feet. And this defense is looking to get off the field again.
It's 3rd and 3 from the 24-yard line. Lowell in danger of starting the game with back-to-back 3-and-outs. They send 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side.
Visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Send to Your student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Send to Your checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to game night in the region on the Region Sports Network. We apologize to the technical difficulties, but we hope everything is fixed back for you. Kickoff for Crown Point is returned by Lowell up to the 20-yard line.
If you might have missed that last electrifying last play, another touchdown reception. I think the 3rd passing touchdown for Noah Ehrlich, 2nd to Larry Ellison. A little screen pass on the far side of the field from where we're at. I mean, just nobody around him, just to walk in. Easy to have those two in your offensive backfield, and they're showing it so far here. And we're not even done through the first quarter.
You can check out the IBEW Local 697 electrifying plays from this week's football action on the regionsports.com network. The electrifying plays are presented by IBEW Local 697. Visit IBEW697.org to find out about how you could start a career as a union electrician. First play of the drive for Lowell.
And that ball's out.
Once again, just Crown Point defenders all over the ball.
Let's see who we got there. I think that was Josh Miller in the causing terror in the backfield. Yeah, the ball looked out. It was kind of a QB keeper, maybe a read option, and maybe the wrong read. Who knows? Or just Josh Miller just blew that play up. Just like that. Again, Lowell playing behind the sticks.
2nd and 12 from the 20-yard line. Klowinski hands it off. It's a reverse to Thompson. He's going to get the corner for a nice carry up to the 28. So Lowell gets some yards back, but once again, they're in a 3rd down and medium spot. They weren't able to convert their first 2 times. They've had 2 3-and-outs on both of their first couple of drives, and we'll see what they go to here on 3rd and 5 from the 29. They need to get to the 24.
In this place, when it gets, you could kind of hear it on our crowd mic. I'm gonna try and turn it down here, but when it gets to 3rd down, they got the Purge kind of theme song, and it gets it feels like 3rd down territory right now at Crown Point.
Brody Kalwinski gets the snap. He rolls out. Now he comes back. He's getting chased. He breaks out of a sack. He's going to run for the first, and he is going to be very close. It depends on the spot.
That might be...
Miller was in there on the tackle. They are going to give him the first down. So that is the first 4 seasons first down of the game for the Lowell Red Devils. Only 16 seconds to go in the quarter. We'll see if they try to get another playoff. 10 seconds. Kalwinski's in the gun. 6 seconds. Kalwinski's still calling for the snap. He gets it with 3 seconds. It's a handoff to Thompson, and he is bottled up immediately at the line for no game. That will be the end of the first quarter here from Crown Point. We'll head to a short break. Lowell behind 21-0 after 1. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate, to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. 21-0 the score after one quarter of play. Crown Point out and running early, so now the two schools will switch sides. Lowell will be driving from left to right from our view of the press box. If you're on the other side, it's flipped. So Kalwinski will set up from the 34-yard line with a 2nd and 10. He bobbles the snap. It's on the ground. Kalwinski dives back on top of it. He was totally not ready for the snap. His center snapped it to him. Totally unprepared. And the noise in this stadium, it's been getting to the Red Devils, and now it's 3rd down, and the fans are going to be even louder.
Yeah, this is where you want to be as a defenseman. Kind of pin your ears back, try and get to the quarterback there. Force a tough throw. Who knows? But Crown Point, again, this defense, this is where you want to be, 3rd and long. And as we hear, the fans they're getting up and getting ready to go.
Kalwinski's back to throw. He has time. He picks up a block. Now he rolls out. He's still rolling. He throws to the near sideline, and it's caught by Cameron Crego at the 43. He's going to be a yard shy of the 1st down, and you got to think that this is 4-down territory for Crown Point and for Lowell. I mean, they're already down 21-0, and it looks like they are going to stay out on the field.
Yeah, that was a nice play there, rolling out to the left side, trying to make a play.
This is 4-down territory brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical Down Territory. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com.
And if we thought 3rd down was fun for this Crown Point fan base and this defense, what about 4th down? We got the line kind of pumping everybody up. Fists are up in the air, and it's getting loud in here.
This could be a possibly game-altering play. So Lowell is sending a bunch of people to the far sideline. They are going to take a timeout. So we're going to be back in a second. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the Nika Contractors and Electrical Workers of Local 531.
Welcome back. 4th and 1 for Lowell. Kalwinski's under center. They hand it off up the middle to Thompson, the tailback. He is swarmed. Every player in the field is on one pile. It's going to come down to a spot on if they got it or not.
They might need to bring the chains out here. That was pretty close.
Judging by the spot, I don't think that they got the first. It's going to be close.
And
they did not. Crown Point, the D-line, comes up with a massive stand, and they are going to once again have the ball across the 50.
Just clicking on all cylinders. Again, you kind of know what you're getting there on defense. It's put a hat on hat. Try and get a yard if you're Lowell, and Crown Point, they just won that battle there.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crawl Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crawl Companies have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. Currently, the leading candidate, it's got to be Larry Ellison for Crown Point. 2 touchdowns, both on screen passes from more than 20 yards out. He has over 150 yards all-purpose in this game. He's been everywhere. He's got to be our leading candidate so far.
Not a bad start for number 3 in red. His quarterback, Noah Ehrlich, is having a great game so far as well. They're neck and neck right now for that Crawl Company Superhero of the Game.
Here's a play-action pass. Ehrlich's back to throw. He's got all the time in the world, running around, coming to the near side, throwing, and it's caught. Once again, the tight end, Trevor Gibbs, comes down, and he's dragging people for some more yards. He's all the way up to the 25.
Trevor Gibbs is going to be a problem this year. He was only a sophomore last year. He was kind of one of those 4 sophomore starters that Craig Bouzias said started in that state championship game against Ben Davis. Now he's playing 2 ways. He's playing kind of that H-back role / tight end, and he's also playing Mike linebacker. But there, we know he could run. He caught a touchdown earlier. He's got some hands, but he's also great on defense. But he is an all-around player as you can get around here.
He's also 6'4", 235. He's a tough guy to bring down. Here's a run up the middle. Again, it's Ellison. He bounces outside. He's going to get it all the way down to the 10. That is Rodriguez. Their sort of action player, speed guy, kick returner.
A little bit of a change of pace there. Kind of built the same. Rodriguez showed a little bit of wiggle there. We know Ellison's got that too, but he's kind of more of a power guy. But it seems like whoever you could throw back there, they're going to be all right.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Ehrlich will set up. They got 4 receivers. 3 are to the far side. 1 is to the near side. Ehrlich gets the snap. He'll look to throw. He's rolling right. He's still rolling. There's a flag in the backfield. He gets around the corner. He has a first, reaches for the pylon, and he's in. Touchdown at the moment for Crown Point. There is a flag, and it will be coming back. It's going to be holding on the Bulldogs. So a little bit of a break there for Lowell.
Yeah, they needed that. That was a great play by Ehrlich. Again, extending the play as much as he can. Kind of an RPO-like play there. Rolling out right. Doing whatever he can. Couldn't find the receiver. Made a man miss and eventually scored, but there's some laundry on the field, and Crown Point's already walking back, like you said.
On every single play, it seems like Ehrlich has all day in the world to throw. That one he had a little bit of more time than usual, and we see why.
And again, sorry to cut you off, but especially for this defensive unit, Quincy, it's these guys, whether they're playing 2 ways or not, they need to get off the field. It becomes tiring when you're experiencing, again, this kind of the way this game's kind of going so far. As a defensive guy, you want to get off the field, so you got to try and make a play. Again, that's a big start there to put them behind the sticks, but now we got to stop them 3 more times.
3 receivers, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Ehrlich, delayed handoff. It's Ellison up the middle. He breaks the tackle. He's across the 10. He cuts back at the 5. Stiff arms a man into the end zone. Touchdown, Crown Point. Larry Ellison imposing his will on this game. He put his hand into the chest of the Lowell safety and just pushed him into the end zone with him.
I'm not going to lie. If I was not here with you, I would have still been watching Ehrlich rolling out right side. That was quite a delayed handoff. A great call there. Faked me out, admittedly so. They got me there, but Ellison, a hat trick so far, and what is it, 14 minutes of play.
We'll see. I don't know what the record is for Crown Point touchdowns in a game, but not even 2 minutes into the second quarter, it's already 3 for Ellison. Oliver Brewer adds the extra point. It's 28-0 Crown Point. We'll head to a short break. You're listening to the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
This box is small, like Pet Supplies Plus. This one is large, like a big box store. In each, Stu, has carefully hidden a toy. Question is, which dog will find it first? Ta-da! Moose, no! You were so close.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. 28-0. The score. Crown Point leads Lowell. They've had 4 drives. They've had touchdowns on all 4 drives. Lowell yet to score on their 3 drives. We'll have another kickoff coming for you. And all kickoffs this season are sponsored by Quintel Incorporated. They are specializing in the reconditioning, repairing, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994.
Spoken like a true champ there. Plenty of kickoffs so far for Crown Point. That usually means well, and yeah, it's been all dogs so far. 14 minutes in, I should say. Lowell, again, looking for that first play to just kind of get something going. Then they got a first down, a decent drive last time, but stuffed on a 4th down. They're trying to bounce back. And
kick is away, and it's going to be a second kickoff out of bounds for Crown Point. They kicked the first one of the game out of bounds. They now kick the second one out. So Lowell will start up shop at the 35, and they got pretty far up to around midfield. They had a 4th and 1. Did not convert their last time out.
Yeah, we'll see how they kind of go about things here a little bit. Again, you're kind of in go mode. You just want to get a couple first downs or whatever that may take. A lot of run plays so far. We've seen a lot more action with Kalwinski kind of rolling out and making a play with his arm or maybe his legs. He's an athlete, obviously, back there. They trust him a lot. I may try and kind of move the pocket and try and open up something up and make him be an athlete.
Brody Kalwinski gets the snap. He keeps it on the option, and he is swarmed. 3 red hats on him. I don't even know who to give credit for the tackle there. It's just everybody is everywhere on this Crown Point defense, and I think you really got to give credit to this defensive line for Crown Point. They're only running 3 guys on the D-line, Cole Manuelson, Mark Gonzalez, and Josh Miller. Those 3, along with some linebackers, have been everywhere, and it's like Lowell, they don't even have room to breathe.
Not quite.
On offense.
This Crown Point defense, they do not want you to gain a yard, and then they are infectious. They take this personally, and so far it's showing.
2nd and 11, Kalwinski. It's a direct QB run to the far side, and he's once again going to be swarmed. He got about 2 or 3 yards on that carry, but it's going to be a 3rd and long coming up.
Like Trevor Gibbs, again, we just mentioned his play as a 2-way player. Doing that at a program like this, at the 6A level, period, or even the 5A level, it's not an easy job to do. You're playing some high-quality football against some high-quality opponents, and you're barely coming off the field. And Gibbs, again, he's a name to look out for, not only for this year, but for 2025.
The junior has been everywhere on offense and defense. 3rd and 9, Kalwinski rolls to the near side. He throws off balance, and he's picked off. Diving to make the interception is Dominic Fantine. And
nope,
they're going to take it away. They're going to say it hit the ground. That would have been an amazing interception there. The hometown fans do not like it, but they don't really have much to complain about because it's going to be a 4th punt of the game for Lowell upcoming.
Yeah, that was a close one. We could swing that one to New York. That looked from our vantage point, potentially got under that, but nonetheless, Crown Point defense is stifling as they could be, only giving up 1 first down so far through 15 minutes of play, I should say. And this time on the punt return. Now they got 2 guys back. They had 0 last time, but now we got 2.
So the aforementioned safety Fantine is one of the guys back there. We have flags on the punt attempt. And it's going to be a false start on Lowell. So they will now punt from the 30 as opposed to the 35. And that's another thing for Crown Point. We've seen only 1 penalty so far in this game. It was the holding call on that touchdown that got called back. They've been very disciplined today.
Yeah, they're clean. They're doing the right thing, and they're doing it efficiently. Lowell, a couple penalties here left and right, playing a less clean game of football so far.
Basacci gets the punt away. It's a short one, bounces at the 40 and rolls back to the 41. So Crown Point's going to once again have some good field position for their 5th drive. We'll see if they can cap it with a 5th touchdown. Mayor Pete Land of the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, go Bulldogs. Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best city services, and encouraging smart growth. Mayor Land and the Pace team invite everyone to rock out at the free summer concert series at Bulldog Park. For a complete lineup, visit crownpoint.info/SCS.
a little bit about the old leather helmet rivalry. Craig Buzia's first win as a Crown Point head coach came in 2021 against the Lowell Red Devils. He has yet to lose to this Lowell team, which brings obviously Crown Point's streak to now, what are we at, 3? Hoping to make it 4.
Ehrlich gets the snap. He steps up. Now he rolls out to his left. He's still rolling. Throws across his body, and he's got a wide open man. It's Gibbs again. He barrels over a man all the way to the 30. Trevor Gibbs, the 6'4", 235-pound tight end, has been imposing his will on this game from the linebacker spot and at the tight end spot. That's his 3rd catch of the day. He's got a touchdown already. All 3 of his catches have been over 20 yards. He's been doing it all this game.
No kidding. I wonder how fun practice is with Ehrlich as a receiver, because you got to kind of work on scramble drill. Yeah, the first play may not be there, but Noah Ehrlich does such a good job at extending the play. Obviously, he rolled out right, broke it back to the left side, fired it to Gibbs, and it's just a scramble drill. You got to reroute yourself and then find the open man if you're Ehrlich.
Ehrlich, quick throw. It's caught. Oscar Biasi cuts back over the middle. He's all the way to the 11. And Crown Point again driving and looking to extend this game.
And it's just, again, this is kind of a battle of, and you got a lot of fresh bodies for Crown Point. Lowell, bunch of hands on hips, tired. This is not easy if you're on the defensive side, going up against an offense that's just pounding the rock, doing whatever they could. And it's things just keep going from bad to worse for Lowell.
So Ehrlich back out there. Ball is at the 13-yard line. He's got 2 guys in the backfield with him, 2 receivers, 1 far side, 1 near side. It's a handoff. Jalen Rodriguez running outside. He does not have a lot of room to go. He's swarmed by a bunch of black hats after about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
And there we go. That's one of the better plays I've seen from this Lowell defensive front so far. A lot of black hats on the ball, getting to it, stuffing. Who was that? What was that, Ellison in the hole there?
Jalen Rodriguez got the carry running right on that last play. They get 2 yards up to the 11. It'll be 2nd and 8. 7 minutes to go in the half. Crown Point looking to add on. They've scored a touchdown in all of their first 4 drives. They are now looking for 5 in a row.
Lowell looking to win 2nd down now after presumably win 1 first down, I should say.
Ehrlich, he's back. Now he rolls. He's rolling left, and he's going to be taken down for the sack. Colton Scott comes off the edge and chases him down. Ehrlich a little slow to get up. Now he's up. And so it's going to be a 3rd and long upcoming deep in the territory, but Lowell, they're not shying away. They're bringing the intensity still on defense, and we'll see if they can come up with a stop here.
And you have to. I mean, it's the only – you have nothing to lose right now. Yes, the scoreboard may not be in your favor, but that's a great play by Scott, who's also a fantastic running back. He's a guy who could see some action on both ways, and he showed all his effort there so far.
So 3rd and 12. We got flags flying, and looks like there was movement up front. We'll see who moved first.
No, they're pointing over by Lowell. They think they're backing up. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be encroachment on Lowell. So 3rd and 12 now becomes 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that's an unforced error right there. You get them in a kind of a passing down. You pin your ears back, and you could let them throw it short. But now 3rd and 7's kind of that area where you could be running 2 plays here if you're Crown Point. You're settling. You know you're going to go for it on 4th down if it comes to that, and it kind of opens up the playbook a little bit more.
4 receivers in the game. 3 are far side. 1 is near side. Ehrlich back to throw. He's under duress. It's a screen, and it's dropped. Lowell sent the house. It was a screen. Ehrlich got it off in time, but it's dropped, and we'll see if they send the field goal unit out or if they want to go for this. But, yeah, Lowell dialed up the blitz, and Crown Point had the perfect play call to counter it. Unfortunately, it's a drop, so it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field for Crown Point, trying to continue to just build up this lead. This is 4-down territory, brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical. They're your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialist. Ehrlich back to throw, fires over the middle, and it's caught again for the touchdown.
I love it. I love it. They got out there in the huddle. Quick huddle. Got up to the line quick. Snapped it quick and just a shot over the middle. Again, that kind of penalty beforehand, making it 3rd and 7. It opens up the playbook a little bit. They have a little bit of fun there, getting to the line quick. Caught Lowell possibly sleeping. Again, a lot of guys playing two ways. And Noah Ehrlich, what's that, 4 right now, I think? He's firing in all cylinders.
Jacob Soley is now in on the touchdown party, his first of the game. Extra point pending. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 35-0 the lead for Crown Point. We will be back in a moment. You're listening to the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual card, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowd Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. The Crown Point Bulldogs are taking it to the Lowell Red Devils. They lead at 35-0 with still 5 minutes to go in the first half. Mike, they have been able to just impose their will on this game. Kick is away. It'll be caught at the 10 by Arredondo. He gets it to the 20, cuts back. Now he's at the 25, up to the 29. So a good return there for Lowell. But, Mike, what has Crown Point done well so far? It's been pretty much everything.
Oh, yeah. No, you said it right there. Defense is swarming as always. These are guys that just want to play. They're excited to play. They bunch of red hats on the ball, and the offense has been potent as ever. We got Ehrlich, of course. He's got, 4 touchdown passes so far in the first half. Larry Ellison is doing his thing. Trevor Gibbs is doing his thing on both sides of the ball. And see, we already got some new faces, I think, on that Crown Point defense. So
we'll give you a Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard update. Currently in Maryville, the Maryville Pirates lead Andrean 14-0 at the half. And in Chesterton, between the Trojans and the Brickies at halftime, it's 21-3 in favor of Chesterton. 1st and 10, it's a keeper for Brody Kalwinski. And he once again has nowhere to go, maybe got a yard. And Crown Point, they've been winning on just every first down. It's like every play, it's either a 1-yard gain, a 2-yard loss, a 1-yard loss, or something. This running game has just had nowhere to go for Lowell.
Yeah, those boys are relentless. But as you mentioned, the Strachan Van Til scoreboard update, we got a couple top 10 games, top 10 teams playing on the Region Sports Network, Crown Point being one of them. But Maryville and Drain, that's always a fun run, Battle of Broadway. But Hobart Chesterton, that's one to look out for. First game of the Eric Schreiber Jr. era over there at Hobart.
Quick screen pass to the near side for Lowell. They get some yards there. Making the catch was nobody on my roster sheet that I see. My apologies. So we're going to have a 3rd and short here. It's 3rd and 1 from the 39. Kalwinski in the gun. Has 2 receivers far side, 2 receivers near side. Gets a snap. He's going to keep it himself. Rolling outside, and he throws it away as he was about to get sacked. Once again, Crown Point was absolutely everywhere. Lucas Szymborski, the receiver and linebacker, was seconds away from getting a sack.
Yeah, quite a debut for the kid. He's making his presence known, and he's fitting right in with this defense. And this might be 4-down territory again. 4th and short. Defense is staying out on the field. Looks like the offense is too.
So this is going to be a 4 seasons, 4-down territory. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. Kalowinski's in the gun as a running back to his left. He hands it to him. Sweep to the outside. It's Thompson. He cuts back. Getting to the outside. He will get the edge, and he'll have the first down. But he was running for his life back there.
Made a couple nice moves. Yeah, it was close. They had him kind of bobbled up, bounced it to the outside, did a little zigging and zagging, and did what he could to get the Quintel first down. For the Four Seasons first down, I should say, the Quintel kickoff. Got a lot of great businesses that have been generous enough to help us do what we do this year. And again, shout out to Quintel as well as Four Seasons, which is another Four Season first down there.
Kalowinski gets the snap now on 1st and 10. It's an option, and he'll keep it himself. Up the middle, finds a lane through the A gap all the way to the 49, and there, I think now for the first time in Crown Point territory, 7-yard carry. And they'll have a 2nd and short upcoming.
Kalowinski runs tough. He's a first-team all-conference nod last year. He's a warrior. It's not easy at the quarterback position. You already got to worry about pass dropbacks and guys trying to get a sack on you, but now he's a run-dominant player, and obviously he's willing to take a couple hits, and we showed it there.
He gets the snap. He hands it off. Thompson up the middle. He'll get the first down on the 4-yard carry. So nice little back-to-back first downs there for Lowell. You mentioned the top 10 teams. Crown Point, of course, number 1 in the Region Sports poll. The poll is presented by Ennigenberg Exteriors. You can find them on the web at ebergexteriors.com. I think rightfully so. I don't know who. Are you the one that makes the list yourself, Mike?
We say it's a committee, but yeah, I'll fess up. Yeah, I got some help from guys, but yeah, I'm usually the guy that's making.
Kalowinski is hammered, and he lost the ball. Crown Point has a bunch of guys on it, and they are going to recover and get the ball at the 47-yard line. Multiple guys are on top of it. Coming up with it is.
I think that might be 99. That's Mark Gonzalez, the all-conference D tackle. I think who forced that. He's had a fantastic game so far, but number 59, Josh Miller, he has been all over on the field. And again, even Crown Point kind of putting some new guys in, they find a way to force a turnover and get the ball right back for this high-potent offense.
I'll tell you, when you run three defensive linemen and you're getting to the QB that often, early and often especially, it's pretty impressive. Stay with us after the game as we send it to the Centier Bank studio. Catch up on all the latest scores and highlights and more from the Centier Bank studio. Right after the game, we'll have coverage for you from all the games throughout the region. Ehrlich now on offense for Crown Point. He has all day to throw. He's rolling. He's still in the pocket. He's dancing. Now he rolls out to his left, and he's got nobody. He'll throw it away. That was some very good coverage downfield there from Lowell. Both the receivers for Crown Point were absolutely, on locks. There was nowhere to throw, so.
Yeah, but the thing, it's tough to get to Ehrlich. Again, if you lock up those receivers, which again, credit to the Lowell DBs who have a pretty strong unit over there, returning guys. But Ehrlich, again, he's such an improviser back there at the quarterback position. Again, he looks right, goes left, eventually, does the right play and throws it away. But it's going to be tough to bring him down. Looks like we got to change under center now. Looks like we got number 14.
New quarterback in the game. It's Kyle Bernard. And it's going to be a handoff that's going to go nowhere. So Ehrlich looks like his day could be over with still 2 minutes left in the half. Crown Point, when you got this much of a lead, you may as well give some other guys some playing time.
That's the cool thing about Crown Point is that, again, as dominant as they are, it's nice for kind of those guys that are, maybe sophomores, maybe freshmen, maybe some kind of fringe, JV guys, or just typically JV guys. They can get some Friday night reps, and this is something you can't really say about you can get at any other school. They are fortunate enough to be up this much, and a lot of their games, and these players get some high-quality reps against arguably a pretty solid unit in that Lowell defense.
Bernard hands it off. It's a big run up the middle, getting all the way to the Okay, so 4th and 4 now upcoming for Crown Point. This is going to be another Four Seasons 4th down territory play here. Bernard is going to keep the offense out there.
This might be, I want to see if he could punt the ball maybe. This could be a kind of quarterback,
He's looking to his sidelines. Right now he's got 2 receivers right, 1 running back right, nobody on the left side. So you're probably going to be looking at 2 crossing routes coming to that open side of the field, most likely, if they stay with this. They're letting the clock run. Only 1:16 now left. 16 on the play clock. They might be just letting this run, and then they could call a timeout.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Maybe drop a play, or I don't know. But, yeah, I like what they're doing here. Give them a look, see what they got, and, again, nice play here to just let the clock die down a little bit, burn a timeout. You got a couple, so might as well use them.
So they call a timeout with 58 seconds to go in the half. We're going to have the halftime report coming up to you after this. Connecting the first and second halves is going to be Hose Connections. They are proven under pressure.
More about this fantastic rivalry. Crown Point roughly leads the series. I tried doing my research, and some sites only went back to the 40s. Some went back to the 90s. I know they've been playing, of course, since 1903. But I want to say at least going up to the 40s, Crown Point had a 20-game advantage on Lowell. Last year's game, Crown Point won 42-7. Ehrlich and Ellison, 3 total touchdowns aside. Similar thing what we're seeing here tonight. Colton Scott had the lone touchdown, the running back, and DB for Lowell had a long touchdown last year to get them on the board. But obviously this year, it's we mentioned all the green in the crowd so far. They're raising awareness for mental health. All the green shirts. We see it on Lowell's sideline as well as Crown Point. We kind of look more at this Crown Point kind of bleachers. There's a lot of green out here. They're doing this for a fantastic cause, and again, the Crown Point community is nearly second to none is what we're seeing so far.
The backs of all of the shirts have a picture of a leather helmet, but it says it's more than just a game, proving that mental health is really something that should be prioritized in your day-to-day life. So Kyle Bernard is out there for a 4th and 4 play, 58 seconds to go in the half. And it looks like Lowell is going to call a timeout and talk things over. Crown Point calls back-to-back timeouts.
You can't take them home with you. We got the halftime right around the corner. Might as well burn it, see what you could do here. Again, I wonder if they're going to maybe try, after 2 timeouts, I bet they're going to try and run a play, draw something up.
I'll tell you, we've seen our fair share of electrifying plays today, and all of them are brought to you by IBEW Local 697. Check out the IBEW Local 697 electrifying plays from this week's football action. Visit regionsports.com, Facebook/RegionSportsNation, or on Instagram. The electrifying plays are presented by IBEW Local 697. Visit IBEW697.org to find out about how you could start your career as a union electrician.
Let's see, looks like Bernard is going to still be out there under center. Soley is a name to look out for there, kind of in that H-back role. I think Gibbs is out there as well, if they do throw the ball.
We'll see. We got 2 receivers to the near side. We got a tight end on the far side. Bernard gets the snap. He looks to throw. The lefty fires it to the left side, and it's caught for a first down. Breaking a tackle is Jacob Soley all the way inside the 30.
And they're becoming kind of a little tight end pipeline here. Seamus Mulaski was kind of in that role last year. Kind of the tight end, also a fantastic DN, but another Indiana State commit. They're doing all right over here.
They go hurry up with a run up the middle. They'll get it all the way to the 20. 41 seconds and counting. 1 timeout remaining in the half for Crown Point. Bernard in a little bit of a hurry up drill here. He's back. He gets the snap. He hands it off. Running right. Another first down for Crown Point. 24 seconds. And looks like they're going to call a timeout now with 23 seconds to go. They're going to have a first down from the 19-yard line. So you got to – oh, no, they didn't call a timeout. The ref motioned to the sidelines. It looked like the ref looked like he was looking for Crown Point to call a timeout. He did not call one, so Bernard's back. Now he hands it off. No, it's play action. He whips one short, almost caught by Soley. Again, it was a little bit of a high throw. He got a hand on it. 8 seconds till halftime. So do you try one shot to the end zone and then a field goal, or do you just send out a possible field goal team now?
Well, it looks like Ehrlich's coming back on the field, which is very interesting. He might be there to hold. I know he holds a bit. I mean, I wouldn't mind a run play here, and if you're really trying to kind of score another touchdown, do a run play. No, Earlip's out there to hold.
So they are going to send the kicking team out there. Oliver Brewer will try to add on 3 points before the half's end. It'll be a 31-yard field goal from the 21-yard line is where it'll be held. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 38-0. Crown Point leads the Roll-led Devils with only 3 seconds remaining in the half. So that was a pretty good job by Bernard. I mean, less than a minute, he drove him down there into field goal range. The backup showing his worth. And I mean, in this first half, it's just gone it's just gone from bad to worse for Lowell. But that is the first drive that they've had where it hasn't ended in a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a good start. But yeah, it's been all Crown Point so far. Lowell hoping to kind of build some morale up in the second half. Again, this is a long season. First week is never easy for, especially Lowell kind of playing up here. Crown Point, they are, again, we're talking about kind of the new standard of region football. And Lowell looking to kind of have a bounce-back season. That's a great early season test. There's still a lot of game to go, but you got to take this in stride. We still have a long season to go for both these teams.
So 3 seconds left. You got to imagine Crown Point's going to give a little bit of a squib kick here, not allow a big return. So Brewer will send it away. Makes contact. It is a squib. It'll be rolled and picked up. No, it squeaks through. Lowell's going to jump on it at the 10-yard line. They almost let Crown Point get on top of that one. But that will end the half. 38-0. The Bulldogs lead it midway through this one. We're going to have your halftime report next. You're listening to the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Tech Checking Plus from Tech Credit Union offers everything you'd expect from a checking account. Plus, you'll earn one of their best dividend rates for maintaining a higher account balance. Currently, 4.85% annual percentage yield. No need to choose between easy access to funds or earning a better dividend. Tech Checking Plus gives you both. Visit techcu.org, contact any branch, or call 276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good. For more information, visit centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate, to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
Credit Union 1, the official banking partner of Notre Dame Athletics, wants to reward you for everyday banking. CU1's high-yield checking offers the opportunity to earn up to 5.25% APY when you make qualifying transactions each month. No monthly fees and no minimum or opening balance required. Plus, you'll be able to bank anytime and anywhere with 24/7 digital and mobile banking. Start making more of your money with Credit Union 1. Open an account at cu1.com/high-yield checking.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Oh, now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Take a class in your attic. That dead spot is gone. Stream ballet in your man cave. Learn to paint on your lawn.
It's glorious.
And now on the road you can take T-Mobile Wi-Fi with you. Hey, stay connected and watch what you'll do.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
This box is small, like Pet Supplies Plus. This one is large, like a big box store. In each, Stu, has carefully hidden a toy. Question is, which dog will find it first? Ta-da! Moose, no! You were so close!
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. The halftime score here from Crown Point, Indiana. The Bulldogs of the home squad, Crown Point, lead the Lowell Red Devils 38-0. This is going to be your Hose Connections halftime report, connecting the first and second half of tonight's game. You know, they are proven under pressure, and they have Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hoseconnectionsincorporated.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. So, Mike, we have a bit of a blowout on our hands. And, you know, this is a big game. But Crown Point, they've really, I think, established themselves. If last year didn't prove it, this first half is the start of it in the second year.
Yeah,
they are now the team to beat in the region.
Yeah.
It had been Maryville and Valpo for the last couple of years. But Crown Point, I mean, they're the top dog in town, no pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended for sure. They got the guys to do it. I mean, going into this year, they're our preseason number one for a great reason. They have the guys offensively, defensively, the coaching staff. They just have it all, and they're showing it so far. Lowell's a great football program, and Crown Point, they're just, again, becoming the new standard. They are loaded from top to bottom, and yeah, it's just one of those games. We've seen it a lot from Crown Point. They have all these streaks we've talked about so far in the regular season. What is this? They have not lost a regular season game since October 15th of 2021. That is 18 games, and they're looking to make it 19. They've in their conference, the Duneland is fantastic up here. They've won 16 straight games. They're back-to-back conference champs, and they're looking, of course, do some damage as well when playoffs come around. But this has been an incredible showing from the Crown Point Bulldogs so far. Not much more can be said. Larry Ellison, he might be our superhero of the game, of which we'll talk about a little bit later. 3 first-half touchdowns. Noah Ehrlich doing his thing, has 4 passing touchdowns. These two are just instant connection. Again, this is their second season within the program. Ellison, his 4th, second at the position. Ehrlich going in his second season under center and with the Dogs, but it looks like they've been playing together forever. This team is fantastic, and they're showing it here tonight. Just a beautiful night here at Crown Point High School.
So the aforementioned superhero of the game is brought to you by Crowell Companies. They have insurance offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. They are the true insurance professionals of the region. We're going to give you a hometown scoreboard update brought to you by Strack and Van Til Grocery Stores. The battle for Broadway currently also at halftime. Maryville leads Andrean 14-0. Over in Chesterton, the Trojans lead the Hobart Brickies 21-3 at the half. Over in St. John, Indiana, Lake Central currently on top of Munster 17-0 at the half. I'm trying to see if I can find any more for you guys. Obviously here, Crown Point up 38-0 on Lowell. Warsaw currently leads Michigan City 14-7. Portage and Hammond Morton currently tied 0-0 in the first quarter.
Might be getting some more information on that. That could just not be updated yet. But our boy Skibbs back at the studio doing a fantastic job as always, as well as everybody at the studio. There might be the halftime show going on over there as well. You could check that out, covering up all the action. That's Mike Jamia and Doug Ashenball over at our Centier Bank studio. But yeah, we're all doing a great job over there at the studio so far here tonight.
It's been a great night of football so far. Week 1, every school has a lot to prove, whether you're really hyped up and have large expectations on you like Crown Point, or if you're sort of an unknown team. You know, everyone's out there trying to prove some stuff. That's been your hometown scoreboard update brought to you by Strack and Van Til.
Yeah, I mean, looking about Lowell, one of their things last year, they went winless in away games. And looking at the start of their season, things don't start easy. Obviously, we're here tonight, Crown Point. That's not an easy first-week test for anybody. But after that, They're going to travel to LaPorte, a team they beat last year, but that's not a fun bus ride. LaPorte's hoping to have kind of a better year. They're up against New Prairie right now in that rivalry game. Then they go to West Lafayette, another fantastic team who won their sectional last year. West Lafayette is a threat at the 3A level. And then they open up the new Inferno, now have a turf field for the first time and ever. I love the grass field, but there's so many programs around here with getting new fields, getting new digs, and Lowell being one of them. They open up the Inferno against the NCC champs, Hanover Central. So it starts pretty tough for Lowell. Again, in games like these where the scoreboard may not be in your favor, you got to take this and you got to make a great experience out of it. You're getting quality reps. You got to learn how to bounce back. This is adversity. It's not easy. A running clock in the second half, everything going the other team's way, but you got to take this and you got to benefit from it.
Yeah, I mean they have some absolute dogs on their schedule. Obviously, Crown Point, LaPorte, West Lafayette. That's a team that's really good. They won a state title not too many years ago. They're one of the top schools in 3A. They still got to play Hobart. They still got to play Andrean.
Yep, done the NCC, and
they have a lot of tough games on their schedule. But games like this are going to eventually prepare you for what matters most, and that's the playoffs.
Of course.
And the more high caliber teams you play, like I guarantee you, this Crown Point team is going to be better than anyone they're going to come across in the 4A playoffs.
I'd like to say so. I mean, New Prairie's going to be in that mix. New Prairie's a tough team, but for Lowell, again, you look at those 3 out-of-conference games they had before the NCC. You and I both know about how the NCC went last year. Hanover Central in their first season circled the wagons and ran the table and did what they could and ended up winning the crown in their first year in the conference. And I bet Lowell took, as many other teams did, took offense to that. It was a conference that, was theirs, was Hobart's, was Andrean's, and Hanover kind of walked in and stole the show. And so what Lowell, they've done this in years past, of course, obviously playing Crown Point for the past how many years in a non-conference game, but they open up with them. And again, LaPorte, that's not easy. A Duneland school at the 5A level, West Lafayette, who's a 3A powerhouse. Once they get to the NCC play and open up against Hanover, they hopefully should be healthy and be prepared to potentially make some noise and could shake up the standings come week 4.
Yeah, that's a conference that I think has really, obviously the Duneland is the cream of the crop when it comes to Northwest Indiana conferences, but, they're right behind them in terms of talent and production. It's been very impressive what they've been able to do. So Hanover, yeah, like you said, they got 3 away games to start for Lowell. It's going to be tough, but we'll see if they're up to the task. We're going to have coverage from half 2 coming up next. You're listening to Game Night in the Region Sports Network. You'll give it town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowd Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. Quincy Bell along with my color commentator, my trusted broadcast partner, bringing me all the facts and stats, Mike DeWan. Thank you for tolerating me tonight, Mike. I appreciate it.
I try, and our main man, David Cruz, on the keys tonight, doing a fantastic job. Again, both of your guys' football game. How's this experience been for you so far, Quincy? Obviously, it's a...
Well, I'll tell you, the 2 sports that I feel like I am the best at broadcasting is basketball and baseball. Football, I've been trying to get better at it. I think this has been a great experience so far. Hockey, I've been trying to get better at it.
This is a learning experience for us all. Again, week 1, the jitters are up. But it's so good to be back. Whatever a scoreboard says, we're having a lot of fun out here. Crown Point. Again, it looks like everyone's still just about here. Party's just getting started. And, what we've seen from them so far in the first half of play, as we kind of talked about in the Host Connections halftime report, it's been nothing but dominance, and it's kind of it's what we've seen from this team and this program for over the past 2 years.
Yeah, 38-0, and the student section is still jamming out to Zombie Nation, jumping around, making an absolute scene. The only even area of the stadium that's thinned out at all is the Lowell student section, and I don't think you can really blame them. But it's just been a rough night if you're a Lowell fan, but still, you're going to see some players that are going to get some more playing time in this second half that might not otherwise get some.
And again, nonetheless, Lowell, I mean, you got to treat this like it's the first quarter. You can't waver. Again, this is a test mentally. No, it's not easy. It's not easy being down this much. It's a rough first half, and obviously you look at the other sideline and you look at the bleachers, everyone's having a good time, and that kills you as a player. So you got to kind of bounce back. Don't give up here. Again, the score may be out of reach, but you got to act like you want to be there. You got to go 110%, no matter if the score is 0-0 or 38-0.
So with a 35-point lead in the second half, there will be a running clock for the, I would assume, remainder of this game. So, man, I'll tell you, Crown Point knows how to have fun. They're jumping around now, little House of Pain. I'm telling you, I like the energy they're bringing here, man.
Again, they do a great job, and it's to see what this community has really become with just a great football team, and Coach Bazia at the helm and a great coaching staff. He always kind of deflects all that on the people around him as well, but this community has really became something special in just the course of over 2 years, and it's awesome to have a front row seat to it.
The number one team in the Region Sports poll, looking to stay there for as long as possible this year. They were ranked, I believe, 5th in the official IHSAA 6A poll.
Yep, the Indiana Football Coaches Association came out with that yesterday. Number 5. That's a great starting point. The 6A. We know about the teams down there. All roads typically lead through Indy. I mean, even a name like Penn, which they're going through kind of a rebuild, a new coach over there. You got to get to Lucas Oil through some of those teams, and it's to be held in that upper echelon now with Crown Point. I mean, that was a dream, you could say, as little as 3-4 years ago, and now it is definitely a reality, and they're showing it here tonight.
They're going to play Arizona College Prep
in
their second game. That'll be a week from today, next Friday, August 30th. Second half set to begin. Lowell deferred in the first half, so they will get the ball to start half number 2.
Yeah, Arizona College Prep. You talked about that. It's a good team, 8-4 last year. We mentioned their Week 2 game last year was the Chicago Taft, which that was awesome. That was for a bigger cause, of course, but we'll talk a little bit more about that game coming up here soon.
Kick is away, and Lowell has a good return. They're across the 40. They're across the 45. The kicker, Brewer's going to force him out of bounds, so a quick start there for Lowell on the return.
I think that was Crago, number 6.
Cameron Crago, who has been working hard on the defensive end for Crown Point and now has a great kick return to start. I'll tell you, he might be a leading candidate for the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game.
Yeah, he wears that number 6 jersey, which is very special to be worn by any Lowell player. That's kind of one of those numbers that they are anointed to you if you are an offensive or defensive playmaker. One of the players I had the privilege of playing against and just witnessing, Jordan Jusevich, who went on to play a little bit at Indiana University. He was one of the better players I've ever seen, and he, of course, graced the number 6.
There's a run to Caden Thompson up the middle, and it's a strong carry of 5 yards. So Lowell already starting out with already a fast start to half number 2. They've already made it to the 42-yard line of Crown Point. So they're clearly not going to waver. They're going to give Crown Point all they have and then some in the second half.
No, you can't. It's how Lowell's culture is. It's RDP, Red Devil Pride. They're not going to give up easy and roll over for this accelerated second half. They're going to try and put some points on the board and build their confidence back up.
Kalwinski going to keep it himself on the option, and he's going to get stuffed for no gain, so it'll be a 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Red Devils.
And again, Keith Kilmer in his 15th year as head coach at Lowell. I mean, he's built although maybe the records not have been there last year, he's built up such a culture for Lowell. Again, in his 15 years, 6 sectional titles, 2 regional titles, 1 semi-state title, and has the second most wins by a Lowell head coach in the program's history.
Kalwinski in the gun on 3rd and 5. Gets the snap, hands it to Thompson, and he is swarmed. No gain on the play, so we'd imagine this is going to be a Four Seasons 4th down territory play upcoming for Lowell. 4th and 4.
Now this is the tough part about Crown Point's roster. They have 2 number 32s there. Granger Carson or Sadler Jaden, both linebackers as well. But both, whoever that is, number 32, making a play in the backfield, and now we have 4th down territory.
So they are going to go for it. 2.5 minutes down in quarter number 3. And we'll see what they draw up here on the 4th and medium. Kalawinski's going to be in the gun. Thompson is going to be to his left. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's back to throw. He rolls left. Looking. He throws, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. Crown Point with another defensive stand.
But we got some laundry on the field beyond that 30-yard line.
I did not see the flag. There is one down. They might say that they are. Pass interference on Crown Point, so Lowell's going to get the first down. Good eye there, Mike. I didn't see the flag.
I got a keen eye still. Yellow sticks out like a sore thumb. But yeah, now it's again kind of that hitch route there. It's tough as a DB. You want to play on the ball and you kind of get there early, and it's a tough play.
So the ball is going to be advanced pretty far. They're walking it up. It's 15 yards. It's going to be placed at the 26. So this is the farthest Lowell's made it all day.
Clock still running. About 8:30 left here. Still working on that running clock now, but Lowell trying to answer.
It's another run. Thompson nowhere to go. Gets about a yard running through that B gap.
A little bit more about this rivalry. I got some 1903 fun facts.
These are fun. I looked at these earlier.
The first time these two teams have matched up, 1903, what the world was like back then. I'll drop some as this drive continues.
So it's going to be a 5-wide set for Crown Point. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. First time we've seen this set so far in this game. Kalawinski's back to throw. Looks right, throws right. It's caught underneath by Max Arredondo. He'll be very close to the first down. It looks like they are going to give it to him. It's very close, depending on the spot. I think they're going to call him about half a yard short. So it's going to be 3rd and a matter of inches here.
Yeah, I bet Lowell right here it's going to be man on man. Just try and get this 1 yard. And again, they got the guys that kind of do it right now.
Kalawinski in the gun, gets the snap, hands it to Thompson, runs, gets around the corner to the right, cuts back. He has a first down. He's going to make it up to the 13-yard line.
So 1903, President Theodore Roosevelt was in office. The first time these two teams met. The Great Train Robbery was released. That was known as the first U.S. Western film. The Tour de France was organized in 1903. Of course, the famous bike race over there in France.
I'm telling you, Mike has a laundry list, so get ready for more of those after this play. Kalawinski going to keep it himself. Runs around the edge on the option again. He gets all the way inside the 10 to the 8. So it'll be 2nd and about 6. Upcoming 6:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Kalawinski's an absolute warrior. Again, he's calling his own number. Those read options. He has a choice again. Does he want to keep it and absorb a hit? He's doing just that. It's a blue collar-esque right there as well.
So now he's going to go from the gun again. 2 receivers are bunched up to the left side. 1 is alone to the right side. He's got Thompson in the backfield with him. He's going to hand it to him. Up the middle, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Caden Thompson. And the Red Devils are now on the board.
Yeah, good drive there. Again, pounding the rock, doing what they can, kind of mixing things up a little bit. And eventually kind of gash that Crown Point defense, found a hole, and again, great for morale, great for confidence. Again, we mentioned going into this half, you got to play like it's 0-0. Try and build up confidence because this is a long season. And LaPorte, they're going to be ready. That's a long bus ride. We got long ways to go for this season, and that's big for Lowell. Get on the board, get the confidence back up, and kind of ride things high as this game kind of eventually kind of trickles down.
Extra point is good by Dylan Basacci. We're going to head to a short break. You're listening to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Boilermaker won once, I know.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Region Sports Network. Mike Dewan here with Quincy Bell, the great Quincy Bell. We got some awards to hand out. We mentioned kind of the Crowd Company's Lantern Man superhero, but Quincy's got two more that we got to know.
We're going to have the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, brought to you by the Region Sports Network. You can call Chris Ramirez if you want to sponsor the Play of the Game. We also have the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. That's sort of the player that did a lot of the dirty work and might not be seen, but we recognize their contributions. Here's a kickoff return for Crown Point. There's a hammer of a block at the 15. Oh my goodness, laying the absolute boom on the block is 25 for Crown Point. That's Carson Calaviclante, and now we have some extracurriculars after the play, and some flags are going to be thrown after this pushing and shoving.
Yeah, as fun as, that was a great block nonetheless. I hate to kind of rain on their parade, but you got to kind of keep your head here, a little bit. Again, obviously it's super fun, this Crown Point team. They're having a lot of fun on that sideline, but we got to kind of keep our head here. Of course, it's emotions are riding high, especially after a fun play like that, but you still can't have many errors. You want to play good football from start to finish, no matter what the score is.
I don't think the coaching staff of Crown Point is going to take too kindly to that.
Sure. I mean they're a disciplined group, and then no matter, again, what unit this may be, you're playing to try and get on Friday. You're trying to get big-time reps here, and, plays like that. It's
so
you're trying to work your way up the depth chart.
So they actually called a late hit personal foul penalty on Lowell. So I guess the pushing and shoving from Crown Point was just a retaliatory effort. They did not ding them with an unsportsmanlike conduct, so it's going to be a 15-yard penalty and put the ball at the 41.
All right. Well, the same could be said about Lowell then. Don't you got to keep your head. It's a tough scene, but you got to keep your head and just stay emotionally in there.
Handoff up the middle. Running back is loose all the way across midfield up to the 45. That is Luogan, Taiwan.
Luogan. Again, whoever they put back there, man, they're making plays, dude. It's their offensive line's pushing.
5'10", 195-pound junior has been carrying a little bit of the rock. He had a few carries at the end of the first half. We'll see what he has to do in the second half. He gets another carry. Taiwan breaks tackles across the 40 and spins up to the 36 with another first down, or very close to one.
Yeah, that's a good start for him right there. Two nice plays. Obviously, a nice little delayed handoff there, kind of a counter. Took a false step, broke it back in, and Crown Point still moving the ball pretty well.
So there's actually two number 28s. There's Luogan, Taiwan, and John Schroeder. I believe that it's Taiwan in the game. Yeah, Taiwan is in the game. So they're going to give it to him again. No, it's a quarterback keeper. And Brainer is going to be hit hard. Did the ball come out? There's a pile of Red Devils near it.
And 30 comes up with the ball.
It looks like they may have gotten it there. They're going to talk about this. That could be a turnover. I mean, coming up with the ball was Zach Sharkney. So it looks like it is going to be a fumble, and Lowell now has possession. So a quick start for them here in this third quarter. They went down, they get the touchdown, and now even with the running clock, they're still out there fighting, and to chip away into this lead.
Yeah, again, it's just great to see. They're kind of putting it all in the action. Yeah, we mentioned, again, being down that much, it's not easy, but they're showing some fight so far defensively and offensively, and they're trying to kind of follow suit from their previous drive.
So Brody Kalwinski will hop back out there for Lowell. He gets the snap. He's going to keep it on the option. He's got a lane through the left side, but he's going to put a shoulder down and be tackled at the 39 for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, he's a tough runner. He puts his shoulder down, and he's a born runner, and he's showing that here tonight. It's blue collar-esque to say the least, like you said.
2:07 to go in the third quarter. We got a Crown Point player hobbling off the field. Hopefully he is okay and not injured. So they stop the clock for a second. The clock has been running in this third quarter with the 35-point lead plus at the half. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 upcoming for the Red Devils. Kalwinski is in the gun. He gets the snap. He rolls right. He's going to keep it on the run, and he's going to get out of bounds near the 45 with a gain of about 7. It's going to be – he's close to the first. We'll see if they give it to him. It looks like they're going to mark him about on the line. They are going to give him the first down. Okay, so the chains will be moved. Minute 30 to go in the third quarter.
Another Four Seasons mechanical first down there from the Red Devils. Again, just showing a bunch of fight. Got to give him plenty of respect there. And Kalwinski, he's showing us a lot of fight. That's what you need from your quarterback position. It's a proven leader, and he's showing that here tonight.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Kalwinski still in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. He gets the snap. He hands it to his tailback, Thompson, who rolls out, and he is going backwards. He is tackled for about an 8-yard loss at the 41. There is a flag down as well.
That might still be walking back there. I think that's going to be a hold there. And it looks like to be.
I would think you just decline the penalty at that point. You just got tackled for an 8-yard loss.
Yeah, right. I think they will be declining it.
So that's a broken play. Thompson had nowhere to run, kind of panicked. I mean, your instinct is to avoid the tackle as long as possible.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, you got to it's tough. I mean, especially with how great this Crown Point defensive line has been playing. They have been magnificent today.
No question about it. It's been truly a pleasant sight so far, and I bet Coach Buzz could say the same thing. Not much to complain about so far.
5 seconds left to go in the quarter. Kalwinski gets the snap off, a quick throw over the middle, and he's picked off. Crown Point has it the other way, and he's going to get tackled at about the 45-yard line. That's going to end the third quarter. Crown Point will have it up 31 points. We'll head to the fourth. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Tech Checking Plus from Tech Credit Union offers everything you'd expect from a checking account. Plus, you'll earn one of their best dividend rates for maintaining a higher account balance. Currently, 4.85% annual percentage yield. No need to choose between easy access to funds or earning a better dividend. Tech Checking Plus gives you both. Visit techcu.org, contact any branch, or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. Put your fours up. It is time for the fourth and final quarter from Crown Point. And make sure you stay on the Region Sports Network after the game, as we will send it to the Centier Bank studio, where you can catch up on the latest scores and highlights and more from all the live action. Make sure you visit the Centier Bank studio after the game. Crown Point with the interception on the last play of the quarter by Franco Inocienso, the 6'1", 150-pounder, with a great pick there. Actually, there's actually 2 26s. There's Justin Hayes, who's also listed as a linebacker. So it could be one of those two. I didn't catch which one it was.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have if you're Crown Point. 2 guys for every number. They got the numbers out there, and they're still throwing the ball here.
Wow, what a catch there. One-handed catch by the running back at the 30, and he's dragging defenders. Oh, my goodness. Refusing to go down is Emmanuel Biokoro. He is running with a lot of might behind him. So now they're going to set up shop at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, we're trying to catch the people kind of shuffling in here again. We're getting later in the game, putting some new faces.
I'll tell you, they're putting me to the test, especially when Crown Point's got nearly 100 people on this roster. So they just confirmed that the interception was by Justin Hassey at the end of the half. 5'8" junior with the pick there. Here's another run up the middle. And they're still breaking tackles all the way down inside the 15. So 15 yards there, and Crown Point threatening to add on to this lead they have.
I think that was number 20 there.
That would be Tommy Guadando.
Okay.
Guadando is a 5'8", 165-pound senior.
On senior night, too, making his presence known.
Currently in the game is Cooper Molaski at quarterback. He is the third string for them. He is a 6'5" sophomore. Molaski now gets the snap, steps up, evades the pressure. He's being chased, and he's going to go down. Coming in on the sack for Lowell was Thomas McNorton III. So they're going to get him all the way back to the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd and long upcoming.
Nice play there from Lowell. Again, forcing Molaski outside of the pocket, who did a good job evading some tacklers, but got him down for a big-time sack here. Again, a big first down win for this Lowell defense. Now, what could they do after it? Again, some quality reps. Maybe they got some starters in there. Maybe they're kind of mixing a couple guys in, but all quality reps nonetheless.
Molaski gets a snap. He hands it off to Guadando, and he's taken down again for another loss. Phillips gets him for the tackle, and it's going to be 3rd and about 20 to go upcoming for Lowell. They're at the 20. They need to get all the way up to the 4 for a first down.
Number 31 for Lowell, Brady Phillips, like you said, only a sophomore.
So they're at the 20. We'll see what Molaski has in the tank to maybe show his skills and get a first down here.
And again, it's going to be who's going to be kind of that guy for the post-Ehrlich era. He's a senior, as great as he is now. There's going to come a time where who's going to line up under center. And again, quarterbacks right now, they're playing for kind of put themselves on tape and get some quality reps. Looks like we got a flag here, some laundry in the defensive backfield.
It's going to be a delay of game. So it's going to be, okay, so they call it delay of game on Crown Point. Now, here's something that's interesting. I'm not saying Crown Point would do this, but with a running clock, could you theoretically just take delay of game penalties until the clock runs out?
No, I never thought of that. That's
not that they would do that, but
interesting to say the least.
We got more movement up front. The snap is dropped by Molaski. Throws. It's caught at the 10. So Molaski gets him all the way back to what would be a 4th and manageable if they decide to go for it on a bit of a broken play.
Yeah, that's not easy, fumbling the snap and keeping the composure. Only a sophomore, but did just that. And looks like we got some 4th down territory now. What are we going to do here?
Could be a 4. So it looks like this is 4 down territory, brought to you by our friends over at Four Seasons in Maryville. And Molaski's going to be set up in the gun with only one receiver to the near side. They're showing run. They are going to hand it off. And powering forward is Guadalongo. And he is close to the end zone. Did he get in? Looks like he did not. Okay, so he was tackled at about the half-yard line.
Tommy Guadagno. Looking to cap off his senior night with a.
I think it's Guadongo. Okay. We'll see. He gets the ball again, and this time he's going to score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Happy senior night, Tommy. Capping off what has been just a fantastic performance, specifically on the ground for any unit of this Crown Point offense.
44-7, extra point impending. And I'll tell you, if there was any question on who the region's top team at the start of the season was, at least for the time being, we have no arguments that it's Crown Point.
They've shown that here tonight. It's again maybe a favorable contest, but nonetheless, Lowell again always a great football program. They're looking to kind of bounce back from this. Again, LaPorte we mentioned previously. That'll be a fun game. Hopefully a bounce back game. This was kind of similar to last year. Again, Lowell dropped that first game against Crown Point and responded against the LaPorte team.
It looks like they're going for 2.
Interesting here.
So the offense is going to stay out there and go for 2 for Crown Point. Olaski is going to take a knee on the 2-point conversion. So it's going to be, okay, I've never seen that, just intentionally taking a knee on a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that's respectful for Coach Bazia and his staff. There's a lot of respect between these these two schools. Look what they did here tonight with all these green shirts. They put this on together. The whole doing this all to raise awareness for mental illness. Obviously, it's a battle that a lot of it goes unnoticed, and these two schools put that together. There's a lot of respect between these two fantastic programs, and yeah, what's 2 points in a game like this? The two coaches respect each other heavily, and it's okay. They don't need to do anymore, and that's credit to Coach Bazia, and again, just the relationship these two programs have grown. Although this is a rivalry, these two schools have some form of respect for each other.
We'll give you a little bit of a Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard update. Lake Central currently all over Munster and St. John. They lead the Mustangs 31-0 in that one. I'll work on the other ones that are being broadcasted on the Region Sports Network. The first of which is between Chesterton and Hobart. Currently the Trojans lead that one 27-9 at the start of the fourth quarter. And then over on the Battle of Broadway between Maryville and Andrean, Maryville still leads that one 14-0 halfway through quarter number 3.
Yeah, it's a battle so far. Andrean's hanging in there. Again, they're playing up the 2A school versus the 5A, but Andrean's hanging in there. And Chesterton, that's quite a surprise, I'd say.
Short kick, caught at the 25. Lowell trying to return it for some yards. They get all the way up to the 39. It's a pretty strong return there by Gage Wimberly, the 5'8" quarterback.
Nice.
Who's playing as one of the up men on special teams.
Love it. So what else happened in the year of 1903 when these two teams met? Well,
tell me about it, Mike.
The first box of Crayola crayons were sold for 5 cents. Only 8 colors in the pack, from what I read.
Just the regular colors on the right? Just Roy G. Biv?
Basically. Looks like we got a timeout here from Lowell.
What else happened in 1903?
Yeah, a company called Ford Motor Company was incorporated by Henry Ford in 1903.
Oh, I've heard of that.
The college football champs of that given year was, of course, they didn't really crown a single champion. It was kind of, between two schools, whoever claimed it.
Fun fact, you can claim a national title even if you have like an 8-4 record.
True.
There are schools that have done that before.
But not
to diminish Princeton and Michigan, who I don't mean to spoil your
spoiler alert. Yeah.
I don't mean to spoil your fun fact.
So of course, Michigan, a great team, but Princeton went back when Ivy League football was the rage back then. The windshield wipers were patented by Mary Anderson in 1903. The first time these two teams have met. The first annual World Series was held, and the first successful manned flight.
So we had the windshield wiper, the airplane.
The
Crayola, and the first World Series.
First annual World Series.
And the first World Series all in the same year. What a time to be alive.
And don't forget the first ever old leather helmet game.
What a time to be alive, man.
The first time these two teams have met, I should say. I was not able to find when they first introduced the trophy. Because, again, these two teams have met. First time they met back then, but I wouldn't imagine there was a trophy in game one. But that'd be a great backstory. If anybody's got any more knowledge in the comments, more than I do, please let me know how that trophy came about. Because there's not many trophy rivalry games. There's a few. I found a couple doing my research, but it's always cool to see traveling trophies between two schools.
So we got some subs in the game for Lowell. The first play of their drive is a handoff for no gain. The backup quarterback, Gavin Gutierrez, has now stepped in. The 5'11 sophomore at 163 pounds, plays quarterback and defensive back. We'll see what he can do in these final 6 minutes for Lowell.
Looks like a tailback, Brady Phillips, playing two ways now. Made a nice play on the other side of the ball, now looking to show kind of his prowess in the Lowell backfield.
Gavin Gutierrez gets the snap. He hands it off. Phillips. Short gain of about 2 or 3. And they're going to have a 3rd and medium long upcoming.
So next up for your Bulldogs, yes, like we said, Arizona College Prep.
So you told me that they are coming to the region to play Crown
They
Point.
are coming to the region, yes. The backstory behind that a little bit is I believe their current head coach, who I need to find the name out of, was in the ever-long Craig Buzia coaching tree. I think he coached under him at Homewood Flossmoor. I believe he's the head coach at Arizona College Prep. So they organized something. It is the first game of their season, and that's going to be a fun one. That's going to be on the Region Sports Network as well.
Gutierrez rolls, bombs one deep down the middle of the field, and it's caught. Jumping to make the catch is Bo Eson, all the way inside the 30. Oh, my goodness, that was a bomb of a throw from Gutierrez, off balance. That looked a little Mahomey right there.
Little Mahomey, indeed, escaping pressure again, trying to put them on tape. Again, there's maybe if you're stuck behind a senior in a roster on the roster, or whatever, you're playing for next year. You're playing just to put me on the field somewhere, Coach. This is big time for these kids, and that was a great play right there for Lowell.
I'll tell you, he just closed his eyes and bombed that ball down. Now he's going to hand it off, and it's a run outside that's going to be bottled up for nothing.
But Arizona College Prep, Chandler, Arizona is where they're based out of.
So do you know if they scheduled a home and home maybe? Is Crown Point going down there in 2025
that's a good
potentially?
question.
I don't know. I'm just speculating.
That's a good question. Again, two teams that know each other. Obviously, that's a lot of kudos to Arizona College Prep for coming up here. We kind of saw something similar last year. Hammond Central played a team from that ball gets away.
That ball's on the ground. The handoff was bobbled, and it's on the turf. We'll see who jumped on top of it.
But we saw a very similar thing. I don't remember much of the backstory, but Hammond Central played Chula Vista East Lake from California last year. They came up here. Chula Vista did. I talked with Adam Hudak, current head coach of Hammond Central, and he said, yeah, they treated them up here. They joint practices together. They caught a game, I think, at Northwestern or something. They made a week out of it, and I imagine that's probably what Arizona College Prep will do next week.
Gutierrez to throw on 3rd and long. He steps up, evades pressure, but not for long. He is wrapped up for the sack by Carson Whitham, the 6', 245-pound junior. Gets himself a sack. It's 4th and long, and the offense is going to stay out there for the Red Devils.
Another 4 seasons, 4th down territory here for the Red Devils, trying to make a play, fourth and about a country mile. I imagine trying to roll them out, find a man downfield, and trying to keep this drive alive here for RDP.
Under 3 minutes to go in the game. 44-7, the Bulldogs lead the Red Devils. We'll see if Gutierrez has any more tricks up his sleeve on 4th and long. And it looks like they didn't get the playoff in time. It's going to be a delay of game for Lowell, and 4th and long is going to turn into 4th and even longer.
4th and a little bit longer makes things a bit harder. Again, a couple guys, these guys maybe, trying to sniff some playing time, trying to just kind of learn how to play together. Again, we're still very early into the season, and this is, although they had scrimmages last week facing another team, it's a little bit different on a true Friday night. And so, the intangibles may not all be there. The fundamentals, you're still trying to work through the kinks, especially at this level.
So it'll be 4th and 18. Gutierrez is going to roll out, running for his life. He's rolling. He's just going to take it out of bounds for a modest gain of about 10, but he will not get the first. So with 1:44, it looks like Crown Point just has some bookkeeping to do, maybe take a few knees, and this game will be over.
And that'll just about do it. I think they're going to take a couple knees here. Running clock, obviously. They're going to milk this play clock. And Crown Point looking to kind of keep their, let's see, what are their streaks moved to now?
That's
now
19 regular season games in a row?
19 straight regular season games, and their fourth, going on to be their fourth straight win against Lowell. They will once again have the leather helmet, and it looks like Mulaski's going to, in the pistol formation / victory formation, going to take a couple knees and head on home.
So Crown Point, your number 1 ranked team in the RSN poll, are going to improve to 1-0. They run one to the right side up to about the 32-yard line. 48 seconds to go. 7-second differential between game and play clocks. So they have one more play to run before they can officially cross off their first W of the season.
Braden Shutt there with the carry, right side. Got a nice gain of 9 there. Almost lost his footing, but found it and battled for some 9 yards. But this should just about do it after this play here, Quincy.
20 seconds. Mulaski hands it off again. That run will get about 7 yards. They get another first down for the stat sheet. But the game is over. Your final score, Crown Point 44, Lowell 7. We are going to be coming back in a moment for some post-game messages here in a moment. You're listening to the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
We welcome you back for the final time here on game night in the region on the Region Sports Network. Mike, we have some awards to name for this 44-7 win for Crown Point over Lowell. The first of which is the Crown Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Mike, who are you going to give the game MVP to?
Oh, it's tough. There's a lot of choices, especially on that Crown Point team. I think I'll go with Larry Ellison. He was kind of the storyline coming in here, one of the two All-State offensive players returning in that backfield, him and Noah Ehrlich. That was kind of a two-horse race for this award. But Larry Ellison, he had 3 touchdowns, I think, in the first quarter. Really got things going, caught a couple passes. I think 2 of those touchdowns were receiving. He's kind of the total package at the running back position. It's an important position here in the area, the running back. Of course, there's a lot of teams that may run the ball a little bit more than Crown Point typically does, but Ellison, he could show he could do it all. He could catch it in the backfield. He could run in between the tackles, run outside the tackles. He's poised for an even bigger season than what he had in 2023. So our Crowd Company's Lantern Man, superhero of the game, will go to Larry Ellison of the Crown Point Bulldogs.
Second of which is the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. That's the player that was a hard worker, did a lot of the dirty work, and might not show up on the stat sheet, but we recognize their contributions to the team. Mike, who are you going to give it to for this one?
I got to give it to the quarterback of the Lowell Red Devils, Brody Kowinski. The junior, it's not easy. Again, starting your junior season, I know he had some reps. He played a lot of games. I think he had 10 games played. Obviously, he was a first-team all-conference in 2023, but this is, again, a new season with him kind of being a leader, upperclassman leader, going into his junior campaign. Now starting, again, week 1 against Crown Point at the quarterback position. That's not easy, whatever class level you are. And Kalwinski, yes, of course, the game may not have gone, did not go how he would typically want it to go, of course, against your rival. But he's a runner. He was a warrior. He took a lot of hits, and he stayed in there for about 3 quarters. He's a gamer, obviously, and he's poised for a big season. He's hoping to kind of make another all-conference team again and kind of rewrite the ship here for the Lowell Red Devils. So I would say our blue-collar player of the game of Boilermakers Local 374 will have to be Brody Kowinski of Lowell Red Devils.
You can earn while you learn with the Boilermakers Local 374 apprenticeship program. And lastly, the Proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by the Region Sports Network. If you're interested in sponsoring the Play of the Game, please call Chris Ramirez. You can find his phone number on the Region Sports website or under the Your Ad Here banner that we've had playing throughout. Mike, what do you think was the play of the game?
Yeah, I think it has to be from that first quarter of that just absolute onslaught that Crown Point offense showed us in just the first few drives, how many touchdowns they scored. I think it was the first 4 drives they scored a touchdown. So I'll go with the most exciting one, which had to be the Ehrlich to Gibbs connection. I'm sorry. Again, a touchdown pass. Ehrlich, I think 1 of 4 he had on the game. Gibbs, again, he was also in kind of contention for the superhero of the game. But, again, just a fun play. Ellison was in motion, kind of came to the bottom of the field, opened up kind of the middle of the field for Gibbs to kind of run. Ehrlich hit him in stride. Too easy for the Crown Point offense. They showed all the tricks of the trade tonight, and they're looking to move on for Arizona College Prep. But I got to say, that play would be our Proud Union Home play of the game.
We'd like to thank everybody that helped make this stream possible. Our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, our operations manager, Rick Castillo, our coordinating producer, Zach Miller, our sports director and man on the color beside me, Mike Dewan. Terrific job today, Mike. Our producer, David Cruz, man in the camera. Great job today. Big thank you to the coaches of this game, Crown Point's Craig Buzia and Lowell's Keith Kilsmer. Athletic directors Bill Darula of Crown Point and Patty McCormick of Lowell. All of our viewers on Facebook, YouTube, and regionsports.com and IHSAATV.org. Thank you, and make sure you get a good night of sleep because college football officially starts tomorrow. Wow. Have a great night, everybody. This has been the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.